What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Garage. Thank you for tuning in. And today's video is a reshoot. So I initially did this outside. I went and drove it around. That's where the clip from the beginning of this video came from. And for some reason my camera wouldn't focus and it didn't work. So I'm gonna talk about it today, and that is the Ram Rebel Open Country tires. Let's go look at these things. So if you guys don't know, the Ram Rebel comes with, and I'll just show you, overexposed, the luxuries of a DSLR. So it comes with these Open Country Toyo AT2s. They are at 285, 70, 17 in the LTs. So let me show you guys this real quick. As you can see, it's a fairly aggressive tire, not the most aggressive, but it's a heck of a lot more aggressive than what your standard tire is, especially on a stock truck. Now, you can see it's got decent knobs. It's got a little bit of siping in the blocks. As you can see, I got ice in mine. So obviously with the Ram Rebel, I can adjust the height and everything on the truck. Let's go back inside. These tires do a fairly good job overall. I've been driving around in them predominantly in the snow and ice because I got my truck here in the fall, so I didn't do much mud driving. And let me put the camera down. Overall, one of the things that I've seen, at least on some of the Rebel forums, is these tires suck, these tires are great, these tires this, these tires that. And even if you don't own a Ram Rebel, maybe you're looking at these tires for your truck for all seasons. So let me explain at least my perspective of this tire on my truck. So I've owned a lot of trucks. I've owned a lot of different tires from, more aggressive, the BFG TKOs, some of the, I think on my Ford, I was running the Cooper, I can't even remember the name of the Cooper. It was a pretty aggressive Cooper tire. Overall, this tire is a pretty good tire, at least in my opinion. Now, on ice, it sucks, flat out. I have slid sideways on the highway after it rained on ice. But for the most part, I'm thinking pretty much any tire, with the exception of a Blizzak or a winter studded tire, you're gonna get that same kind of performance, because these aren't built just for winter driving. They're an all-around tire, obviously more suited for summer mud driving, some highway driving, so forth and so on, dirt road driving. But overall, I think it's a good tire. Now, I've been driving quite a bit in four-wheel high, at least around my area, because here in Alaska, the roads have well sucked as far as the weather conditions and everything else. It snowed, it rained, it got up to 42 degrees, so everything started melting and so forth and so on. But overall, this is a pretty good tire. I like it. I was gonna buy some studs, and at this point, I don't know if I'm going to, at least for the 2018-2019 winter. Maybe next winter I will, if I change the rims, because that's generally what I've done in the past. So I have a set of rims and tires that are dedicated just to winter, simply because you're sliding around. If something happens, I'd rather damage whatever winter setup I have instead of a summer setup. So that's still to be determined, but overall, I think this is a good tire. I've driven through fairly thick snow. I think I was driving through about a foot and a half of snow. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera, but it did fairly good. Highway driving's nice. Side road driving's nice. It's just really the ice that gets its ass kicked. So that's really my quick review on the Toyo's Open Country AT2s. Obviously, it's a 33 on this truck. On the highway, though, I will say this: I was pleasantly surprised with how there wasn't a lot of road noise on the highway and how smooth it drives in good driving conditions. So I will give it to them on that as well. So anyways, if you guys haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot of stuff coming for the Rebel. I'm gonna do a full review on the truck. We've got Garage Talk, we've got the weekly news where I'm covering all kinds of crazy automotive related stuff. We've got installs, and we've got quite a few of those coming as well. So that pretty much wraps us up here with today's Garage Talk. Just talking about those 33s that come with the Ram Rebel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're out riding or driving, do it safely. We'll see you in the next video.